Hey, what up, y'all? Welcome to our home. We're about to post a pros and cons video on our MSC experience versus Carnival. But before that, we're gonna make a couple of drinks. Just a quick little bar tip for you. You know, these are my homemade Palomas, right? So Paloma, you know, is tequila and grapefruit and a little bit of lime. So this is the tequila I like to use. It's a Legato, straight out of Mexico, but it's only available at Total Wine, right? And then you got the grapefruit, and then I got the sweet lime juice. It's real simple. All right, so we're just gonna pour a little bit of that tequila right there. And you know, I like mine a little strong, so no lightweights at our address. So let's do a little bit of tequila like that. Top it off, and I usually like to fill. This is a regular plastic cup you can get from the store. I usually like to fill that grapefruit up. So right there, just before that line, right? And then you top it off with the lime juice and get that lime juice just a little bit above the line. It'll come out perfect every time. Now, let me stir this up real quick. Cheers, y'all. Perfect every time. You can also use this as a party punch as well. So, roll up. What up, y'all? So, of course, we're back at home. We're not on a cruise ship like y'all used to seeing us, or in a hotel traveling somewhere.
Boo.
So, we got another one coming up in the summer with the kids. So, that want to be fun, but, you know, we about to get busy at work, and, you know, we got some stuff to take care of, and then we'll need to relax in the summertime. So, we wanted to make a video, we told you we would, about the pros and the cons about MSC versus Carnival. Babe, you want to go first and start off by telling us what your experience was overall on MSC.
Okay, so overall on MSC, I really enjoyed it. It was, you know, a nice ship. It really was. I didn't feel like the pressures of, you know, just feeling like everything was like a money grab. Like, it was very relaxing.
Yeah, and Carnival is definitely a business, and Royal does this too. They're definitely a business, and they make you aware that it's a business. So, yeah, I mean, I'm with you on there, because we were walking through, you know, just walking through the halls on the ship, on the main floors, and, you know, in Carnival, it's like, when it's picture day, I'm talking about you getting pulled every which way for a picture. I don't think anybody asks us to take a picture on MSC.
No, not
like,
at all.
You know, you can be sitting eating dinner and they're asking you to take a picture on Carnival. That didn't happen either on MSC.
Right. The only thing at dinner they did, you know, ask you if you wanted, like, you know, the shot glasses that they
And I got one.
I
had to get one.
I didn't.
It had the pretty little MSC logo. It was a cool little shot glass. So, you know.
Yeah. Overall, great experience. We definitely would book again. We want to do World America maybe next year, so that's something to look forward to. But let's get into the pros, then we have some cons, and then also just some observations. So one of the pros were the food. There was so much like variety of foods. The pizza was great. A con about the pizza is if you don't get it fresh, like fresh out the oven, it is a little cold. They need like some warming stations or something. That's just in my opinion. What do you think?
I agree. I mean, that's the pizza overall, I thought was a 10 out of 10. Like, this pizza was magic.
Yeah.
And you know, pizza is the better, the quicker you get it, the better it is. You know, when they take it out that pizza oven. So I loved it.
Okay. Another pro was the bar tab situation. I know we mentioned it previously on the vlog about not getting a receipt every time you know, get a drink. You give them your card and that was it. They bring you a drink, You don't have to sign anything. They're not asking for additional tip, nothing like that. So it's very like seamless. And I thought that was a great, approach, like that was, I loved it. You don't have to wait around. You can just grab your drink and go if you want to.
Yeah, and I agree with that because, sometimes you may not want to have to do all that every time. Like there's a reason why when you go to a bar or a club and you'll tell the bartender keep it open.
Right.
You know why they tell you that? Because you don't want to have to sign something every single time.
Yes.
So if I know I'm going to be throwing them back, I don't want to have to sign something every time. So I thought that was real nice on MSC, not to have to worry about, a tab each drink that we order. And MSC also doesn't have a time limit on those drinks. Like Carnival, it used to be 5 minutes. Now I'm
now
hearing
it's 10 minutes.
It's 10 minutes.
And that's even for the non-alcoholic
and that's between drinks.
Even the non-alcoholic drinks, they still have like a 10-minute wait if you want just, a soda or whatever.
So you order a drink, you have to wait 10 minutes to order another one on that tab. So, and I'm thinking they're doing this because a lot of people probably order drinks for the people that they with or whatever. I get it, but it's a hassle. So because of this 5-minute rule, 10-minute rule, you can't get doubles on Carnival. You can, but you can only get it when it's not part of the drink package.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, and that brings me to the double shots and triple shots. If you want that on MSC with the drink package, you can, obviously, you can get it.
That was nice. I like that.
Because sometimes we want a double shot of Henny. Why not? You're on vacation. So that is part of the drink package. That was another pro. Another pro, I think, was... Even though you have to put a card on file, we noticed that normally with Carnival, they'll take out they'll have a $200 hold. With MSC, even though we did have a card on
Royal
file,
does that too.
They did not charge anything up front. So that was nice. That was a nice little touch.
Yeah.
Okay. Another pro, the specialty restaurants that we reserved and paid for, of course, that's an extra charge, but it was worth it. We did the Ola tacos, $24.99, all you can eat, great. And then we did the
Ola
takoyaki.
taco was very good.
It was.
Very good.
I'm still thinking about
Mexican food connoisseur. Like, I'm telling you, this food did not disappoint me. They had what? Burritos, nachos, tamales, tostadas, enchiladas. They had
everything.
Everything was good, man. It was that spot was good. And you order all of that, you're gonna get full. It's all you can eat, but it's not buffet style all you can eat. So you have to order and order and order.
I liked that.
Yeah. It was good. And then teppanyaki, man, hibachi restaurants overall are usually good. So this one just didn't disappoint at all. So.
Yeah. Okay. The free room upgrade. Love that. When we originally booked, like we mentioned before, we had an interior room, and all of a sudden we get to our room and it was a balcony. And
like I said in the video, Carnival would never. And
they'll give you a balcony, but they're gonna call you ahead of time and they'll say, $200, $250, whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I thought that was a nice touch. They did bring a bottle of wine to our room. That was a nice touch. Another pro would be Ocean K. Even though there's not much to do on the island, that was a con for me, that there's not much to do.
Mm-hmm.
But the light show, I really enjoyed the light show. It was very nice, and we didn't have to be back on the ship until about 8:30 p.m. Yeah. Normally, we have to be back on the ship by 3:30 the latest. So that was a nice touch, and we was able to see the sunset. Very beautiful. Yeah, so I definitely enjoyed that.
That was my first time, being on a cruise and being off the ship at nighttime. That was
so nice.
Yeah, that was cool, man. And seeing that sunset, I'll show it here, but this is something that I can get used to. I actually want to do that again. I even saw some other future bookings where they're staying overnight at Ocean Cay. So that'll be tight, man. I'm liking that whole setup, and I'm hearing that they're even expanding Ocean Cay. So big ups to MSC for that.
Yes. Another pro was the Michael Jackson show. Oh my goodness.
Definitely.
That
10 out of
was
10.
one of the
Shout out
best
to this brother,
shows. That was one of the best shows that we have seen on a cruise ship. He did his thing for real.
Hey, yeah, this young brother is cold, man. Like, I'm sure he has to have some type of YouTube following or videos of him, like, because he was cold with it. And you know, there was no singing involved. I don't know if you noticed that, but it was like mostly just lip sync.
Now, why would they have him sing? Like,
you can't do all those moves,
right? And dance at the same
time. So it's lip syncing, but he's doing, like, it's still a show. It's still a performance. He's doing the moves just like Michael did them, like the cadence at the time of the song. He's doing, you know, the two-step and the little moonwalk, the side moonwalk. He's doing it all, and this brother was cold. So big ups to MSC for that. I'm glad we were able to catch that.
Yes.
That was a treat.
So that was just, I don't want to, you know, I can go on and on, you know, about the pros. I just wanted to keep it short. So what do you think? Do you have anything else to add before we move on to the
cons? Well,
the cons.
I liked, you know, everything that you said there. I think you pretty much hit everything. I mean, this was a 4-day cruise out of Miami. And one thing that you didn't mention, but it goes without saying, is the overall price of the cruise.
Oh, yes.
And like we did this so last minute, and we were able to get cruise fare, a 4-day cruise for 2 people, Wi-Fi, drinks, everything for under $900.
You can't beat that.
That was such a deal. And I don't know if it's like that all the time with MSC. Maybe it's because they weren't too busy around this time of year, and it might be because this ship is I think this ship was built in 2017. We looked up MSC World America. It's a little more expensive, so maybe it was because of the ship that we were on. I don't know, but we still enjoyed it.
Yes.
So on to the cons.
Okay. I did not care for the activities that they had on board. It was a little lackluster, underwhelming, in my opinion. They had, you know, of course, bingo and trivia, but even the types of trivia that they had,
right,
I was not feeling at all. They could have done, you know, put a little bit more thought into the different types of trivias and games that they had. So that's my opinion on that. Another con was the app. I did not like the app at all. You have to reserve certain theater shows, and then they don't even put the itinerary up until the night of or the night before. No. What if people have, you know, things going on, if they want to attend other shows? Like, we need to know in advance so I can plan accordingly.
Yeah, because you know how other cruise line, Carnival and Royal, they have the app. I haven't used Royal's app, so I'm not familiar with that, but I do know that they give you the paper itineraries every day, and Carnival does that too. Even though they have the app and the What's Happening Now is still on the app, they still give you a paper copy of daily things to do. Because, you know, I guess, you know, if the app doesn't work one day or something, right. But MSC didn't do that. So
yeah, I didn't like that. So having to book certain shows in advance, and then the activities, since they don't put them on the app, that was a con. The music, oh my goodness. Now I'm gonna need them to do some major like revamp with their music. I don't know what was going on. I think it's because maybe it's an Italian based cruise. I'm not sure if that was it, or, you know, all the other cruise ships are, you know, in the media with having fights and so forth. I'm not sure, but it was very one note. Like, I want some diversity. I don't care if you play, you know, Spanish music. You can play all types of music, but it just can't be one genre. And that's what we found, right? Like,
yeah,
and they were playing the same song over and over and over again.
To me, it felt like you know, the party scene on MSC and it could have been just Seaside. This party scene felt like a festival to me, like a festival in Italy. And like, we were trying to, you know, bob our head, but you know, the Jay-Z meme when he's, you know, trying to, like, that's what it was like. But
yes,
I don't know. Something has to be done about that. They did play Boots on the Ground, so shout out to them for that. But that was the only time.
That was the only time. I mean, the only time.
The other hip hop music they was playing was Jump Around. I think I heard that. You know, just all the old hip hop they think is safe to play, they'll play it. That's what I've noticed. Even Carnival does this. So, and this is no knock on MSC, because Carnival does this too. Like, Carnival stopped playing a lot of hip hop music too.
Right.
And you know, I don't know if this is what the powers that be are saying in these executive boardrooms. Like, hey, we need to change up the music that we play on these ships. I don't think it makes a difference, but hey, that's just me.
Right. Another con. We'll be talking about the music. Now, the one or two times that we did try to give the nightclub a chance, that was not a nightclub. You normally, you know, on other cruise ships, you have to, you know, they make sure that you are of age. Anyone can just walk up in this so-called club.
Yeah, there were kids in the club.
I said,
Kids, like little kids, like maybe 5 or 6 years old. And I never seen
just in the way. But yes, I didn't like that. Let it, you know, it be 18 plus, like how it should be. Why? I don't know. They didn't have anyone at the door. You could just literally just walk in, all ages.
Yeah, so it is what it is. And another pro that, you know, before I forget about this, another pro is that F1 Simulator 3D theater. That was pretty cool.
Yes.
I don't think we got any footage. We got some footage of the F1 Simulator. That was cool, but we didn't get the footage of that 3D theater. You can basically choose your package and your experience in this 3D theater. They had zombies. Mm-hmm. They had off-road trucks. Those are the only two that I saw, because those are the only two that I would have done.
We did the zombie one.
We did the zombie one. So you sit in those. Well, no, it's not 3. It's 4D. I'm sorry, 4D, because you're sitting in the little chairs in the room, and the chairs are moving, and you get a gun and you can shoot some stuff. And we were shooting zombies, man. That was pretty cool. It was about a 5 to 10 minute experience. So
another con, we already told you guys, I believe, that the desserts dry, that were kind of moist.
Biscuit dry. Yeah, it was like that. I'm talking about flaking when you put the fork into it. I shouldn't see no flakes in my cakes.
Yeah, that was a disappointment.
Now, it looked good. I ain't gonna lie. It, like, you'll see, like, when we walked into the buffet for the first time. Oh, them pastry chefs was in there doing their thing. You heard me? I was like, yeah, I gotta try some of them. And I don't even like sweets like that.
Then you taste it and it's like, what? Very underwhelming. So, yeah. Oh, another con, or yeah, it is a con to me, because, you know, sometimes you need to get money out. So we were at Ocean Cay. Well, before we went to got off the ship to Ocean Cay, we're like, okay, well, let's get some, you know, cash out. Normally we have cash on hand, but for some reason we didn't. So I'm like, okay, well, they gotta have ATM, especially in the casino. There are no ATMs on the ship at all. But to compensate for that, you can go to guest services and do what they call like a cash advance, which of course, depending on how much you want, they do charge you. That's one way, you know, you can get around that. But no ATMs, that's kind of...
And we searched for that too before we found out it wasn't ATM. We started at the casino, of course, because they want ATMs at casinos, but...
Right. So yes, no, and I'm not sure if that's just a MSC thing, or I'm sure it probably is. Right. But we haven't been on, you know, any other MSC ships besides the Seaside. So I don't know. Y'all tell us. Have you guys seen any other ATMs like on any other ship? That's good information to know.
Yeah, that was the first for me. But hey,
I know.
we know next time. Well, I mean, we usually bring cash anyway, but
Right.
it's like we were rushing so much. Like you saw the day before we was at the Super Bowl, we were stopping to get our friend's catering order. Then we had to stop and get a cake that we ordered, and like it was just
because he does too much. We didn't need the cake, but the cake was actually a hit. I must say
it was a hit at the party.
It was.
So we're not minimalist here. Well, I'm not. I can speak for myself. So I like to do our thing, man.
Yeah.
Go hard or go home is what they say. So
that is true. That is true. Okay, I don't have any other cons. Just one observation that, we noticed. We did not see our stateroom attendant at all. At all. We don't even know if it was a man, if it was a woman.
I think it was a woman. But that's the thing. I'm not sure, but I think I saw her. But, usually the stateroom attendant knocks on the door. And greets you, says, welcome, learns your names, and then for the rest of the cruise, they're calling you by your first name.
Mm-hmm.
They remember it until the end of the cruise. This didn't happen. I mean, it's, like I said, it's just an observation, because I don't think that's a pro or a con, but that's an observation. Another observation was that there were a lot of international people, guests, on the ship. And I noticed that there weren't a lot of Americans on. I don't know if that's because of MSC being an Italian cruise line. Just an observation. It was a very diverse crowd, I should say. I just want that music to be as diverse as the crowd was.
Right.
It is what it is. So I didn't get my overall experience. So overall for me, I thought it was lovely. I mean, the food was better. Of course, the food's not better than guys. This is not to say, it's not a comparison on the XL ship, because those ships have different food. Mm-hmm. And I think it's a little better. But I'm just saying overall for Carnival, I think MSC got them on that food. That's just me. So I did like MSC. We will be booking MSC again. I think there were more pros than cons.
Right.
But you asked me, what would I rather book? It's probably Carnival. Only because of familiarity. That's it. If I had started on MSC, that's probably where I would stay too. But I would overwhelmingly side with Carnival if they didn't stop playing hip hop music. But since they're not, it's a level playing field now. So, and they're changing the loyalty program. So who knows?
Oh yes, I'm so.
We may, be booking, like we have, I think 3 more future bookings in the works right now, all Carnival. So if we were to book anything else, it might be MSC. Who knows? So
right.
That's just our opinion, guys. So if you're thinking about doing MSC or trying something else because you're tired of Carnival, or
definitely go for it.
You want to try that pizza out? Hey, that pizza is worth booking a cruise. I'm telling you.
Yeah. It's
like that. So it is what it is. But I'm glad that we were able to share this with y'all. We will do another video soon. Till the next time. Over and out.
Bye.